Hello everyone, welcome back. We're here for another wonderful day of science. I am very excited to continue this unit with you. I am excited to see what you learn about engineering and what we're able to do with it together. Yesterday I asked you to stop and think about what engineering was. Okay, if you missed yesterday's video, go ahead and take a second to do that now before we continue. What do you think of, or what do you know about engineering? Now, I don't know how I would answer that question if I were asked, actually, but that's a hard question to answer also after you know what engineering is. Okay, so I would like you to try to answer that before you continue with this lesson. So if you are here and you haven't answered that question yet, please go back to Monday's folder and do that now. Now, yesterday I asked you to tell me what you thought engineering meant before learning anything about it, as I just said. Now, once again, distance learning keeps us from being able to have these conversations in person, which I don't like. I also have some guiding questions I want us to think about and be able to answer by the end of the week. First question, what is engineering? We're about to answer that one right now. And then 2, how can we develop an engineering mind? Now, to answer the first question, engineering is the application of science and math to solve problems. Okay, think on that for a second. Engineering is the application or the use of science and math to solve problems. Before we move on, think about a time we might have done that, either together or maybe you've done it by yourself. Now, luckily for us, we have some recent work that we can look back on to apply this newfound knowledge. Okay, for the last few weeks, we've been working with magnets, yes? And creating our own electromagnets. Again, one of my favorite units, definitely my favorite 4th grade unit, just because it's fun for me and I like it. Now, thinking back on that work, and how we switched out variables in order to answer questions, in order to make our electromagnets stronger. See where I'm going with this? Guys, you've already been engineers. You know what's going on. You know how to be engineers already. So the rest of this unit, or as we continue working through this, shouldn't be super scary. I really hope it's not, because you are already engineers. You've already used math or science to solve problems, right? If I were using math to solve a problem, it could be in how I measure the sides of something in order to build. It could be how I measure fabric to cut out to do a sewing project. Math to solve a problem of needing to make a mask. And for science, last week we used engineering. We used our engineering minds, whether you knew you had one or not, in order to solve the problem of making our electromagnet stronger. We thought about what variables we could pull out of our experiment, change, and then put back in to make our electromagnets bigger and better. Okay, so for your discussion today, I want you to do some more thinking on this. Try to provide me with another time that you used your engineering mind and used math or science to try to solve a problem. Okay, in the discussion post, I also have the definition of engineering so that it's right there and it's handy. I also have a video posted in your folder about what an engineer is and does. Okay, and spoiler alert, there might not be only one type of engineer. Okay. I wish you the best, and I really look forward to talking with you about this and continuing to see what we learn throughout this project. Okay? Have a good day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.